Hi, peace, everyone. I hope you're really well and that you had a great weekend and that this finds your heart feeling expansive and your breath a bit easier than we were breathing a few days ago. I know that, that smoke was intense. I hope that your lungs are cleared and that you're feeling a sense of ease today as much as possible. Today, I'm going to keep the talking at a minimum as I share this video of a Yin Yoga practice. So Yin Yoga differs than the yoga that we have been doing, which all are in the Hatha Yoga tradition. They are in the same lineage, but they express different things, as many of the different styles of yoga do. So what Yin Yoga expresses is an opportunity to hold poses for a longer period of time, to really feel the sensations as your body opens into the posture rather than moving quickly from one to another. Our practices so far have been mostly very yang practices. So if you think of yin and yang, that is speaking to different hemispheres of the body. It's also speaking to different energies. In our bodies, we have both. The yin is considered more of the feminine receptive side, and yang more of the masculine active. And again, I'm saying feminine and masculine not as genders, but rather as qualities that we all have in us. So we all have, whether we are whatever gender identity we all have the masculine and the feminine within us as qualities. And so the yin, if you think about the time that it takes to open into receiving, that's what we're inviting in this practice. And not every practice has to have a lot of different movements in them, a lot of different postures. So this one, we will basically be doing 5 postures. I invite you to have a pillow, as I invited last time, but we didn't get to use it. We did the chair yoga as one idea of supported yoga. And today we're back on the floor, and I wanted to offer that second part of the practice that we didn't get to, which is now the Yin Yoga practice. So using whatever we have around us, I don't have traditional yoga props with me, so I'm using a regular pillow from my bed. So I invite you to go grab something now. You can use a pillow from your bed, your couch, etc. You can also bring a blanket with you if that feels good, if it might feel too good to cover up. You can practice this at any time of day. Yin yoga is great in the morning. It's also wonderful at night. So take your pick. When you find this video, it is the right time when you're watching it and you decide to practice. I hope that you use this video and that it serves you well as you explore a different type of practice, and that you explore the inspiration and the self-motivation that it takes to bring yourself to practice again and again. So with that, let us come to our mats, to the floor, whatever you've got. You'll bring the pillow behind you. And I'll actually turn myself sideways so that you see what I'm doing from this vantage point. We'll go ahead and bring the pillow behind you. Bring your base, the pillow right to the base of the buttocks, and then lying back against the pillow. You won't be able to see my whole body, but that's okay. Your legs can stay extended. If your lower back feels any pain, you can bring your feet onto the earth, separate your feet to the edges of the mat, and then let the knees drop in. Extend your arms away from you, palms facing up. Shoulders extending away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out of the mouth. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Another deep breath in. As you breathe out, release one more muscle, maybe in the shoulders and the thighs, releasing the eyeballs back into the sockets, maybe closing the eyes. And then start to just notice the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Become aware of your thoughts with no judgment, just meeting yourself wherever you are. Become aware of physical sensations. Maybe you're noticing where you find tightness, or if it's hard to stay still, just notice. No judgment. Notice your emotional state. I'm inviting you to bring your hands over your heart so you can just gently fold the arms and rest the hands on the heart space. Continue attending to the breath, but now noticing the chest and belly rising and falling gently. Notice, how do you feel in your emotions? And picking up where we left off with self-compassion, invite a bit of self-compassion into this practice in this moment, offering yourself just the acceptance that you're here right in this moment, that you are feeling however you feel, breathing however you breathe. Invite yourself just to meet yourself where you are. That is the first step, just acknowledging where you are. Meeting yourself. And maybe you're able to go a step further and offer your heart some care. Maybe you're able to go a step further and offer your heart some acceptance. Just seeing where you are, being honest with yourself about where you are, and offering yourself as much as you can. And maybe it's just inviting yourself to start again, to have a blank slate this one. And that's enough. where the feet are. Bring the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to drop open. The hands can stay right where they are. You can place them down, whatever feels good to you. So aiming to release as much tension as possible and to open into the posture. And to go in a bit deeper, releasing the effort to be aware of the body for this moment. Just allow yourself to breathe. You may notice some discomfort in the hip joint or in the knees. Maybe there's discomfort somewhere else. So just notice first if there's any physical sensation arising that's new and different. Notice if there's any discomfort. If there's pain, you can back off right away and release so that there's no pain. If it's just discomfort, though, see how you meet that discomfort. Is there a way in the vein of self-compassion that you can make yourself more comfortable and still be in it? So if I were on the bed, I had a bunch of pillows, and I'd stack some underneath my knees and hips. Or maybe I stay here, but I extend the legs a bit more and see if that relieves any tension. I go back to attending to the breath, noticing the breath moving in and out. You keep one hand on the heart and invite the other hand down over the diaphragm, upper belly region. Using your hands on the outer edge of your thighs, take a deep breath in. Help the legs to close. Bring the feet to stand on the earth. Press into your feet, lift the buttocks a little bit, just lengthening the spine, and then release the buttocks back down. Feel the length of the spine. Feel every place that is touching the earth. From the base of the spine, the sole of the feet, up the spine, all the way to the back of the skull. Roll onto your right side. Using the left hand that is on top, press into the earth, take your time. Rising, coming to a seated position. And then we're coming to Anahatasana. So we came to the heart chakra, Anahata, unstruck sound, the heart. Asana, seat, posture. We just join those two words and it becomes Anahatasana, the name of the posture, which means heart melting pose. So we're coming into heart melting pose supported by the pillow. You bring the pillow to the top of your mat, either end, and just facing this way so you can see. I'm going to fold mine to bring the ground up to me even more so that the back bend is not extreme. We're holding this pose for a number of minutes like we have been. So moving slowly, come to all fours. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Draw the navel in and up. Take 2 deep rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lengthen the neck. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. On the next inhale, walk your hands out toward the top of the mat. And start to draw back with your hips and sink your heart down toward the pillow. You release the forehead or the chin to the earth. Find a place of comfort. If you need to stack something under your knees, bring a blanket and put it under your knees, or fold up your mat and place them under the knees. We'll be here for a number of moments, allowing the heart to melt down to the pillow, releasing the head, stretching the side waist. The arms do stay active so that we're also feeling the back of the body meeting with the front of the body. You're feeling the legs, so the lower chakras from the legs all the way up the spine to the heart, front and back. And we're feeling the joining of the lower chakras with the upper chakras. The lower chakras coming up to meet the heart, the throat opening, and the head releasing. Find the place where you feel you can stay for a number of minutes. And breathe. Begin to lift your head. Walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Move around a little bit and see how you feel. As you're ready, take the pillow that was underneath you and place it over your calves. And just drape it over the calves. And start to sink your buttocks back. We're going into child's pose, supported by the pillow. This time, release the elbows down, releasing the heart down. You can fold the arms to make a pillow for your head. Softening the buttocks and the pelvis. And once again, melting the heart down. Releasing and opening through the breath, through the mind space, through the heart. Opening to embrace all of who you are and how you're showing up in this moment. Even if that doesn't feel accessible, that's just fine. We're just embracing this moment in all of its complexity, the discomfort, the comfort, and the places where you find stillness, the places where you fidget. Just welcoming it all in this moment. No right or wrong. Inquiring about where are the places we can, instead of making ourselves wrong, we can just commit to meeting ourselves wherever we're at, wherever we are at any given moment. Notice your breathing. On your next inhalation, bring your hands underneath the body, pressing up to rise. Bringing yourself back to all fours, remove the pillow. And put it on your right side. Coming to sit down and then coming all the way to lie down. The pillow can come in line with your knees and a little bit closer to the body. Send your arms out to a T. Walk the feet wider and then shift the hips to the left and the knees drop over to the right. You can stay right here. If the leg is dangling, feel free to put it one on top of the other. You might cross it, or maybe you want to bring it a little closer to the belly. And then turn the head to the opposite side. So find your comfortable reclined twist. And once again, feel all the points that are touching the earth, the back of the body, shoulders, back of skull, the hips. Feel the difference between what's touching the earth and what's touching the pillow. What is the quality of that difference? And releasing tension gradually with every breath. We'll be here for a number of moments. Breathing into the heart space. Breathing into the belly. Releasing tension in the neck. Keep noticing the breath moving in and out. The gentle rise and fall of the chest and the belly. On the next inhalation, center the head. And as you exhale, draw the knees back to the center. Take a moment, let the back settle as you draw the back to the center of your mat. Change the pillow to the opposite side. Shift your hips to the right and let the knees drop to the left. Then do those refinements, noticing what feels better to you, either bringing the knees a little higher and closer to the belly, or keeping them wide and maybe crossing one leg over the other. Turn the head opposite the knee for the full twist. And then go back to noticing the breathing, softening the belly, softening the heart space, releasing the back of the skull, back of the shoulders, arms and fingers. Taking the attention to the breath rising and falling, the heart space and belly. Inhalation, draw the knees, actually draw the head back, excuse me, to the center. On the exhalation, draw the knees back to the center. Place your feet down and shift your hips so that the spine is in the center of the mat. Allow the spine to rebalance. And as you're ready, take your hand and bring the pillow down just underneath your knees, extending the legs so that the pillow is underneath knees, maybe even thighs. Release the arms down for Shavasana, palms facing up, arms are away from the body, legs are separated from each other, shoulders away from ears. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out of the mouth. And back where we started, inhale. Long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll be here for a number of moments, allowing the attention to drop even further inward. Getting up, you continue. Allow for the energy to drop even further inward, the energy of awareness. Release all effort to breathe a certain way. Release all regulation of the breath. Release all intention to regulate your attention and just allow yourself to receive whatever is coming in and whatever is going out. Allow it to leave. You'll be here for a few moments. Begin to deepen your breathing. Bring your attention and your awareness back into your body. Bringing one hand over your heart and one hand over your lower belly. Feel the sensation of the breath rising underneath the belly and the heart space. And as you move on and seal this practice and move on into the next part of your day or your night, allow yourself to feel the closing intention to meet yourself where you are, wherever you are. To maybe offer yourself some level of compassion, acceptance, or maybe just a level of neutrality and objectivity as we have been in our self-study. Part of Svadhyaya, self-study, is learning to look at ourselves with objectivity, being able to witness ourselves. So maybe you're just able to offer yourself that level of witness, and that's powerful and so, so valuable. And with the intention that we've been holding to experience the whole chakra system, the whole energy system, may we feel how the lower energy systems, which are so important for our rooting, our grounding, our sense of stability, our ability to generate, our ability to feel our sense of will, and to move into the heart, which is the gateway to the upper energy centers. May we feel that joining point. May we open into the gateway and walk into our next level of experience. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Gratitude for you showing up for yourself, sealing your practice with hands coming together at the heart, whether you're lying down or sitting up. Namaste. Namaste. And so it is. Peace, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.